the collaboration that everybody's been waiting on. Haize, JJ Javi from L Sampler Pod. What's going on, guys?
Hey, doing good, man. How are you?
Man, listen, I'm all right, man. I'm just out here trying to, make my way through and see who the Bulls are gonna secretly sign next. You just never know around here. I don't know. For all I know, you guys could have Chicago Bulls deals. I would never know.
I don't know, bro. I heard on the market we about to pick up Dylan Brooks, bro. That would be a good pickup. I don't know. So,
Here we go. Here we go with that.
Disagree. I disagree.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Realistically, I don't like to do so. Hell no, I don't want him on our team.
Yeah,
hey man, you know how Twitter
Brooks
goes. Those Twitter deals, those Twitter trades. So it's always fun. It's always fun.
That's one of the funniest things about this is that when I first came on is oh, people really they just sit around and come up with trades all day long. It never stops. The trade machine never stops.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah, it's always all the time. They're always doing so much stuff. It's crazy.
I
It's
mean,
too
if
much.
if it was up to us, we'll be like, look, man, we'll try to do a trade for Luka Doncic. Send you guys the MJ statue, Zach LaVine, and Benny the Bull, and hopefully they accept the trade, bro.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If not, you always force the deal like you do on 2K. Just keep it moving, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Has anybody sent any crazy trade deals towards you?
Man, listen, I've had crazy things where it's like, somebody, it was like Vooch and DJJ and Patrick Williams for Joel Embiid, and they were like, and I always love it anytime they say, now I know this doesn't make sense, but listen to what I'm saying. Why would I listen?
Nah, bro.
Come on, man.
It's like saying with all due respect.
I don't know about that one. But with this team, man, and the Bulls, first off, how'd you guys feel about last season with this crazy ass team, man? The up and down season we had.
Yo, go ahead, Javi. I feel like you can express your frustration better than me.
I couldn't hear that last part. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that last part. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Me or
no? Yeah.
Oh, just saying how with the Bulls last season and everything. How are you the up and down season they had? How are you feeling about the season last year?
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, the whole thing was it was super coming back. Everybody's like, if he's the savior, and I understand the guy is really important for the Bulls, and he does fill a role. He's very good at what he does, but if he's not there, what's the purpose? I mean, it almost seems like they should take that injured player exception or whatever it is that he can't for the rest of the season. I guess that to me might make more sense at the rate he's going. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen somebody get injured so much as him the last few seasons, and then we don't even know.
I mean, and the thing is it's not even multiple. It's literally just the same. He an injury that originally they said 6 to 10 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks, something like that, and now we're triple that at this point. It doesn't make any sense that you're supposed to be gone for 6 weeks, and now we're looking at literally a year and a half, and it's gonna be two and a half by the time he comes back. It's crazy.
When they truly don't even know what he has. It's kind of like you go to the doctor. It's like, I don't know what you have. Am I kick the bucket or something? Like, what's going on here? Let me know. What do you have? I don't know. You go to the best specialist on the planet. No, I don't know I mean, that's weird. Like that, I've never seen anything like that ever.
Yeah. What about you, JJ?
Nah, it's crazy, man. The one positive side about the whole season is definitely Kobe White coming into his own and then improving. And I mean, it's his pay year, you know what I mean? So he definitely had a ball out, realistically. So I'm happy about that. I think we should keep him compared to Io. I have mixed emotions about Io. I know you love Io, but yeah, man, just Patrick Williams is another one that I have a love-hate relationship for. It's passive P, you know what I mean? So realistically, so
yes. Yeah, whenever we play
the under is great, bro. If you put him for under 12, yeah, man.
Hey, now watch next season is going to be above. And the thing with Io that you mentioned for me is just I like Io, especially as a person. I love what he did that first year rookie wise, but now you got to get ready to pay him. And for me, it's hey, if he's not willing to take a lower deal, you can find 20 people in the NBA that you can pay $3 million for that's going to give you what Io gave you last
I was
season.
about to say, like, I don't
That's
remember
true.
any
That's true.
specific game on when he balled out or he actually like stood out from anybody else. You know what I mean in the lineup.
Yeah.
So I know the year before, I remember like he had a couple good games, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is probably like the best pickup ever." But
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, do you think he's going to bounce back in year 3 if he does stay with the Bulls or what? Because
I
I
mean,
don't
and
know.
that's where the Bulls fell at, is because you gave him only 2 years on his contract when you could have gave him 3 years, and then we could have had an extra year to really look at this. I mean, I do think there's a chance. I never want to write out anybody when it's only 2 years. He's at one good year, one down year. I do think he has the chance to come back and be better, but I mean, how much are you willing? Like, it's different if he's taking $3, $4, $5 million a year. If he wants 7, 8, 9, at that point, you're like, I just there's a chance. I just at this point it's like he was already a second round pick for a reason, and he's older rookie, and still time for him to develop. But I just don't. I'm so conflicted when it comes to Io, because I have time where I'm like, yeah, he's gonna bounce back. He's gonna be a defensive nightmare at least, and then there's time where I look at some of the tape from last year and I'm like, he got worse
Yeah.
defensively from
I was
year
about to
one to year
say,
two.
Yeah, I thought he was
he
going to be
has
at least a
been.
good defensive player. That's what I
Yeah,
at least I thought that. But it was just bad. It was just a bad season for him all around. But now I did like kind of like what JJ was talking about, Kobe. Like this guy literally,
He was
I
balling.
mean, turned into a completely different player.
Yeah.
And it's the guy that you've always been talking about that he should be, that we wanted him to be. And all of a sudden, it's
He
like,
got
wait a minute.
he got consistent. He got more
Yes,
consistent. Yeah.
that is true. That is true. We can count on him, so that's good.
Yeah, he found something in his game, and I think too the confidence, and
Yeah.
I think that's something that we overlook with these basketball players, is that confidence still does play a big part. And you saw Kobe's confidence build week in and week out, every month, and then around like December, January, it's like his shot finally started falling, and then you saw him get a little bit more creative off. Like he got better as the season went on, and it's just like, hey, this is the Kobe we've wanted since we drafted him,
Yeah.
and it's good to really finally see that out of him.
Like
Do you-
honestly, his handles got better and his driving
Yeah.
skills, like they got way better compared to the previous years.
Yeah. Do you think that was more of a skill thing, or do you think it was Billy Donovan holding him back, or what do you think really happened there? Because it just it's really weird that all of a sudden it seems like he just hit his stride all and just kept on going. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, if you look at like his dribble is completely, his decision making is completely different. So I think it maybe it's just he reached that level where he matured as a basketball player, and like just understanding you can't just go off your raw skill, and he learned to use those type of things a little bit better. I refuse to give any type of positive thing towards Billy Donovan with development. So I mean, maybe it was Jesus. I don't know what happened.
Yo, realistically, that's the most pissed off thing that so far, like off the this past season, is that we extended Billy Donovan.
Yeah. Especially being that there are some coaches around that we could have probably signed, or hell, even give an assistant coach a job, a chance. Because Billy, I mean, there's nothing that he's giving us, nothing at all.
With Billy, it's like
almost like,
for sure, and you see certain times, like I look at the second game that we played against Toronto, like even the game that we played against them in the playing, like he coaches well sometimes, and you're just like, there's something in there, but it's like one every 15 games for me. It's like I don't understand why they're so attached to Billy Donovan. He's been here 3 years. We have a losing record, I think, over the time, or if it's winning, it's barely that. Like I don't know, man. Like, and it's not even the record. Like when you watch some of the games, and it's a game where Andre Drummond's completely killing it, but yet he pulls him out and he doesn't play any in the last quarter and a half. It's like that, it's that type of things that's like bad.
Anybody that knows any basic
It's like he
basketball does
knows
that. Almost in
it's like he
anything in life, for
knows
God's
that
sakes.
we bet on Andre Drummond to get the over on rebounds. So they're like, you know what? Let me pull him out. Let me pull him out, bro.
Yeah. He's over for 10. Yeah, let's take him out at 9.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you guys
That's what it feels like, bro.
It's crazy. I mean, and then you look at them. Our last game, the game against Miami, like we're down most of that game. We go on a stretch. We come back. I think we have like a 4 or 5 point lead during the time Andre Drummond's out of there. You pull him out. the bleeding starts. We give up the lead again, and you don't ever put him back in the like he never got back in the game at that's the type of shit that to me as a coach is just it's unacceptable,
Yeah.
bro. It's not acceptable.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't understand his whole thought process. He seems like Billy Donovan is the guy that thinks he's really smart, but he really isn't. He looks really smart, but he's just
Yeah.
and nah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's just terrible. He's just terrible.
Now,
So
Hayes, I wanted to ask you. I don't like honestly. I've been busy, bro. I just had a newborn a couple of
Oh,
weeks ago.
congrats,
Thank
man.
you. So
Congrats, bro.
like, whenever it comes to like watching other people's YouTube channels, bro, it's been rough. So I don't know if you covered this, but I wanted to ask you, out of the big three that we have, who would you try to get rid of for next season?
Oh, Demar got
Demar.
to go.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
To me, and again, people kind of getting up in arms when I say that. I love DeMar. I love what he's brought to the Bulls. I love the mentorship, but it's business for me.
Yeah.
He has 1 year left on his
Yep.
deal. He's 34 years old. There's no realistic way in which we're competing anywhere close for anything meaningful in the time that he probably has left. To me, you go and see what you can get for him, and then you make your decisions there. I think Vooch and Zach can play together. And I think that fits a little bit more seamless, and then you can kind of bring in maybe somebody who can shoot some threes at that three position.
Yeah.
But for me, it's Demar. Demar's the one that I'd send out. So what about you guys?
Yeah, I love Debo, bro, but I think he got to go, man. Like him and Zach Levine, that whole the whole project, it hasn't worked out to like what we thought it was gonna happen. Because like realistically, like bro, they're very like ball dominant. So like they need the ball in their hands, especially with Demar. Like he slows down the whole game
yes,
only because of his. I mean, he got a great mid range shot, bro. Like I can't deny
Mhm.
that, but.
Yeah.
That's me. That's Demar.
yeah.
Definitely.
So no, I definitely think Demar also just because of age. I mean, he peaked. He's not going to give us any more than he already did.
Yeah.
I appreciate him. I love him. I got to see him last time they played here in Houston. Loved it. I got to see Debo in a Bulls uniform, but unfortunately he's got to go, and it hurts too because you get attached to these guys, and it's like, but like you're saying,
Especially
it's
after last
business.
year, bro. He was balling, dude.
Yeah, last year was
And
special,
then this
man.
year
Last
started off good. Like this year, I think he was averaging like in the first like 2 weeks or something like that over 25 points, and then it just like went downhill. But I mean, like he's old. Like realistically, like you know what I mean. You can't be expecting that all the time. He ain't no LeBron James.
No,
yeah.
So
I mean, and the fact of the matter is just like I think, and again, this is not to say that all of a sudden people get better when Demar's not there because that's not what I'm saying. But I do think that at some point you really have to see what you have in your young guys, and because of that, you need to actually use them in the offense. And that's on dumbass Billy again. No bag Billy is what I call him, but you know it is. So we'll see. And I just the thing that I have an issue with is I don't know if what we've seen from AK and Eversley yet tells me that if they're willing to move off of any guys they brought in here yet. It seems like they are just really hesitant to move off from any of their guys.
I don't think so personally. I don't.
yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. By the way, hey, quick thing, why do you, Hayes, why do you think that that the Bulls always have so much trouble getting free agents? It seems like they have the city of Chicago, all the history and all that stuff, and it just seems like we always strike out. Starting with the whole LeBron, Wade, and Bosh thing, and then we ended up with Carlos Boozer. Like it always seems like we always get like the third option. Like we always get like, oh, last pick, all right, cool.
I think it's because if players are smarter now, and I think as we go forward, like players understand, like, hey, this Bulls team ain't gonna pay to keep a team
Yeah, I
together.
was
I think
just
that's
about to
really
say
what it
that.
is. Because like, yeah, we have a story franchise. Yeah, we've had some players here, but I think like agents are probably telling teams like, hey, you could sign there for the max. That's cool, but just know if you sign there for the max, they're not bringing nobody else to help you because they're not willing to go into the luxury tax. And Jerry doesn't give a shit about winning. He gives a damn about the bottom dollar.
Yeah,
So
that's true. They have to
That's
stop
true.
going
Yeah.
to the stadium and buying stuff.
No.
yeah, it's have either of you ever gotten to go to the United Center?
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
I've been to a Sixers game when the Bulls played and Jimmy Butler was there. But I think
Like
Jimmy
try to
yeah, I think Jimmy was out and then damn, I can't remember if Nate Robinson was playing for us, bro. Eh,
Man, Nate Robinson, that was a year, man. That was one of my favorite years as a Bulls fan. I won't lie. That Nate Robinson year was
Bro,
special.
it was fun. Like it, I believe that game went into overtime, and I mean, we took an L in overtime, but still, like it was fun to watch. Honestly,
Yeah, for sure. Now it recently came out as we wait for Javi to come back. It recently came out that AK got a contract extension. Bulls fans, another secret extension. It was kind of triggering everyone. Uh, there it
No, there
goes.
you go.
Javi's back. Yeah. But came out that AK got a contract extension from ownership. What do you guys think about the trend that's building? You have some fans that have the mindset of, well, the team really doesn't have to announce their signings, but considering the lack of transparency that we feel from this organization at times, where you guys left feeling after like the few secret extensions that have happened now with this team the last couple of years?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I mean, to me, they have to be as transparent as possible. If you want us to support the team, let us know what's going on. I don't expect them to give us all the details on everything, but come on, man, it's the coach. It's the freaking head coach. Tell us something. Let us know, so at least we have kind of an idea of what to do. But they just leave us in the dark. I can't stand that. I really don't like that at all.
I'm in the same boat, bro. Like it just seems like every other team is so transparent with the rest of the league and their fan base, and it feels like I don't know, man. Like we need to change the culture. Like that's what it really feels like. It just like we thought with AK it was gonna be it, but like realistically, like no, nothing has changed, bro. Like nothing has changed.
Kind of like what people were saying, like in Acme we trust, and even you were kind of in that boat, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
we saw you
yeah.
through the season. You're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, and then we were like,
He came over to the
yes,
dark
yeah,
side.
we're like
Bro.
finally, because
Dark
we've been
side.
saying that since last year because it's just aggravated the hell out of us. So
Yeah, I mean, and that's me. I change as I feel like things happen. And I loved what AK came in and did. I understood the trades that he made with the younger players. I even understood why he brought in Vooch at the time that he did. The DeMar Lonzo signing, I understood all of that. But like, okay, now you have to pivot, right? I think like
Yeah,
that's where you start really seeing the GMs that can get real creative is how do you pivot off your original plan? We've seen that at least right now, it doesn't seem like AK had a backup plan. And maybe that changes again this offseason, but it's just like I'm looking at the things that are the lack of movement, and I'm just like, hey man, what's happening here, bro? Like you came in fine. Like I feel like this. They were AK so far has been a great one hit wonder, but we all waiting for the second great hit, and it hasn't come yet.
yeah.
it seems
I
like he
don't.
thinks like Billy Donovan. No
Yeah.
Yeah,
adjustments at all.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like it just. I think like I don't want to be negative, bro, because like I got canceled for that, like for being negative and being realistic. But like, yo, like I don't think we're gonna see a change until like a couple of years from now, whenever ownership changes or we change a head coach. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope it happens, but like realistically, do you guys trust that? Like, let's say that they don't make any roster changes because from the video that I saw from you today that we don't have that much cap space, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
do you really think that we're gonna make that many changes? And then let's say that we don't, right? Because we don't have that much cap space. With this roster, can we? Do you guys think that we can make some noise?
Oh man, Javi, I'll let you take that one away first, bro.
Like, come on, man. I don't think so,
I,
bro. Like,
the way I look at it is that yeah, we don't have a lot of cap space, but I keep trying, and maybe it's just me being hopeful. We didn't have any cap space the year we signed DeMar and
that
Lonzo.
is
He
true. That is
orchestrated
true.
that through a lot of sign and trade. So there's always that possibility. But the thing that concerns me is that no matter what you do, right, is that you have a two-pronged issue here. We have a roster that isn't modern as far as style of play at all, but then we have a coach that is like, even if we did change, do I think Billy Donovan is going to change his coaching philosophy enough to maximize anything that we do? I just I hope, bro. I hope that we can. I see some deals that can make us a better team overall, but really what we need to is also a change in play style. And so man, right now this is probably the darkest I've been since I started Bull Central, bros.
I
Because
mean, like,
I just,
we have to stay positive as like, you know what I
yeah,
mean, as YouTubers, we literally have to stay positive. Sorry, bro. Content creators. There we go. Proper title. Still getting used to it, you know what I mean? But like we have to stay positive, but sometimes you know what I mean? Like realistically, we have to be also keep it real. Like we got to keep it 100 with each other, you know what I mean? So like
yeah.
it's part of it. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Is like I think that this is going to be a season where we. Oh, go ahead, Javi. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Bro, my man's with this McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro.
Hey, yeah, he's kind
I
of
was just
popping
gonna
in and out.
I don't know what it is, but anyway.
What? I just heard trade.
And you can tell the internet skipping because the lights are
Yeah,
changing. There's no
bro.
transition. It's just popping.
That's
in and
weird.
popping out.
Yo, this is literally, bro. Every time that we start recording, bro, it takes like 30 minutes just for us to start sometimes.
Hey,
Like,
it's
you know what I mean?
technology,
It's
man.
part of it. Like, it's like fuck.
Yeah.
All right, but yo, it looks better now, but
But can you hear me?
Yeah, we
All
can
right,
hear
cool.
you.
No, I was asking you, who do you think would be a realistic trade that we could possibly get either a star or at least somebody to be able to feed off of Zach, if that's the case?
Oh man, that I mean, I don't. To me, I would focus on the point guard. I think we saw Zach look so much better when we got Pat Bev.
yeah,
So to me, it's like a Trey Jones, Tyus Jones, the brothers there. I'm really interested in, and then Mike Conley too. Like those are
Mike
kind
Conley
of
would be
the
good.
three. Yeah, the 3-point guards. I'm really hoping that the Bulls can go after. They all have pretty sizable contracts, so it would have to take a move. Like you'd have to either include. It would have to start at the base. Either DeMar or Alex Caruso is just a base in any of those deals. One of the two of those, and then you build off of that. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I don't know. I really have no idea. I have no idea what this team's going to do this offseason. And it's honestly, it's kind of terrifying for real because AK's now led the Bulls. He's been the president of basketball operations for 3 years. And I don't have a feel of what his methodology is really at all. Like, usually with like a Pop brand team, you know what Pop is going to do in the offseason. He's going to go out. He's going to get players that play two ways, that are smart, have high basketball IQ. I can't even say that that's what we're going to do for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I think he's like the Wizard of Oz. There's nothing behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's true. That sucks, man. Yeah, Javi, you are echoing a little bit.
You're echoing,
there,
bro.
There you go. Is that better or not?
Yo, you loud as
That's-
fuck
that's-
though.
I lowered the volume. How'd I get louder?
I mean, you sound fine now to me. At least on
now
my
you're
end.
good. There we go. We're good.
Okay. All right.
Hey, technology is a motherfucker, bro. It is what it is, man.
And this damn Procaster thing is a piece of work. It's
yeah, that's for damn sure.
I'll keep my shit.
But back on Bulls. So like with Zach, I'm gonna throw this question to you guys right now. Zach LaVine, like, at the start of the season, a lot of Bulls fans we gave him the wrong deal. We shouldn't sign him to a max. He looked like more of a max player second half of the season.
yeah.
What are your guys' feelings on Zach as far as like still being the cornerstone basically for the Chicago Bulls right now? Do you think they should hold on to him to continue to see, or do you think they should also be exploring trades for Zach LaVine to see maybe what's out there? What do you guys think?
You want me to go?
yeah, go.
All right. So realistically, I am a Zach fan. I know like me and Javi, I've been talking shit to Javi just because of like how frustrated throughout the season it has been.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we get the same Zach LaVine that we got in the second half of the season, it will be great. My only thing is, which I have a feeling that Javi's gonna mention, is like my biggest issue with Zach is that in terms of basketball IQ, he hasn't really gotten there whenever, like, how old is he? 27? 28?
28 now.
28. And yo, he's been in the league since he was 19, right? Like, you would think that his basketball IQ will be like godly at this point, especially with all the all the years that he has played. But bro, realistically, he's still making the same mistakes. He's still making dumbass passes whenever they are not required. And then most of the time, whenever he's under pressure, like, yeah, whenever sometimes we get Trey Young out there in Zach LaVine, but then sometimes we get him bouncing the ball off his foot, bro. And that's kind of like the biggest thing with me. Like, that's like I have a love-hate relationship with Zach. However, like, I don't think that we can afford to trade him. Like, you know what I mean? I think he's the best player that we have on our team.
Yeah,
And they don't come by a lot. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
In my opinion, unless we get somebody really, really good, unless we get a true superstar, you
Luka
gotta leave him
Doncic.
there. Yeah, Doncic. Yeah, exactly, something like that, right? Or get him and beat or something. Cool. But other than that, I mean, I think it's almost impossible. to get rid of him. I mean, even though I see him more as a Robin, especially
Mhm.
in clutch situations, he needs that.
That was a great place to pause at.
Yo, I dead ass thought that he was still talking. That he was just he
Oh
was
man,
just doing like a suspenseful pause.
the
Kind of like
dramatic pause.
no, no, no. What's this
Uh,
dramatic pause? I don't know what's going. I don't know what's. Hold on.
Yo, you're
It's
skipping.
not
Yeah,
your
yeah,
fault,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's your internet.
it's the connection, man. It is what it is, bro. It happens, man. But finish what you say, Javi, about Zach.
Yeah, no. What I was saying is that that Zach kind of needs that Dwayne Wade type of figure, kind of like what. What?
Bro,
Yeah.
every time that you're about to get to the point, bro, it just goes. It's like, nah, it doesn't want you to get to the
Oh
point,
man,
dude.
Zach Levine's agent is hacking the feed. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
he's about to make a point. Shut
yeah,
it
yeah.
off. Shut
Nah,
it
nah,
off. Shut it
nah,
off.
bro. Nah, we can't have that. We can't have
No,
that.
but no, but what I was saying is real quick. So Zach Levine, I think he needs a Batman, kind of like what Dwayne Wade was to LeBron in Miami. Not necessarily just in terms of play, but in terms of mentality. He needs somebody to kind of guide him to help him with that. And it seems like DeMar, he was kind of like that, but DeMar, realistically has never won a championship. If we want to win a championship, we need somebody that has that championship experience. I think that would definitely help.
Look, man, I wish we could go back in time and then just re-sign Jimmy Butler. But we can't, realistically.
But see,
Yeah.
the only issue that I would have, like, I would worry about if we would have kept on to Jimmy. I think Jimmy would have had the Bulls at least making the playoffs every year,
Yeah.
and then Garpax would still be in power. And then
Yeah, well, yeah,
just
that's true. That's true.
that's a
Yeah.
dangerous thing to
Yeah.
think about there as
Yeah.
well, too. Like, could you imagine having 5 more years of Garpax, bro? Like, my beard would be completely gray.
Just imagine still having Thibs too, bro. Like it would have been crazy.
I would love to still have Tibbs. Like,
I'd rather have
I
him
really
than
wish.
Billy.
Yeah, I
Nah,
wish that
definitely.
they,
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. You're right.
yeah, they allowed their emotions and things because they really just fired Tibbs because Tibbs didn't go along with what the front office wanted every time. It's like I wish they would have just worked that out because yeah, is Tibbs a great coach? That could be made. I mean, I think Tibbs he's always going to be a coach that burns out 5-6 years after being in a spot. That's just always how he's going to be. But hey, I'll tell you what, one thing that you knew is Tibbs was going to have everybody firing on all cylinders, and he was actually going to use the bench properly. Like
Yeah.
Andre Drummond would have had a 6-man of the year award if he played.
Oh
the
hell
Celtics,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, hands down.
So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So I mean, also, but then again, too, then we'd be looking at Vooch playing 56 minutes a game too, because then Tibbs just doesn't know how to use rotation.
Bro, could you
So,
imagine Tibbs with Lonzo?
Nah,
Would've
bro,
wrestled
his
2
knee
days.
would have been gone.
He wouldn't have made
Like,
it out of practice.
yeah, bro. He would have been worse than D Rose, bro.
Tibbs may have retired after that. If he would have had another point guard under him, another major knee injury, Tibbs that may have messed up Tibbs' psychology. He probably was like, you know what, I'm done.
I'm so glad that during this whole thing that we didn't talk too much about Lonzo Ball because I really didn't. I got some things in my chest, but we're gonna leave him in there, bro. Like we're just gonna leave him in there.
Here's the Lonzo thing, bro, is so frustrating to me, bro. Like it's honestly, I've touched on it this season, kind of as I've had to, but really, like when I just sit back and think about how good we look when we did have Zoe. That's one. But even then, like we didn't even use Zoe a lot in the half court, like I think we should have. But just the lack of communication, whether it had been from the doctors or the front office, like at first I thought, they know something, they're just not telling us. But then recently, AK's interviews have led me to think like, no, AK really did think that Lonzo was going to come back this season. And I think it really did shock him that he didn't come back this season. But it's like at the same time, by February at the deadline, we all knew the writing was on the wall there. That's when you needed to do something. So,
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating being a longtime Bulls fan for over 30 years. I mean, come on, man. It seriously bothers me. That seriously bothers me so much. But anyways,
it's traumatic, bro. Like that's really what it is, man. That whole thing just is frustrating as shit, bro. To look back at it. When you look at this roster, is there anyone that you see? I know some Bulls fans is Alex Caruso because they want him to shoot more. But is there any piece on this roster outside of the ones that we've already talked about that you absolutely do not want seeing come back as a Chicago Bull next season?
Go ahead.
Does Marco count?
Is he even part of the
I
team?
don't
Like
know, bro. I haven't.
us,
Yeah,
us three on here are almost as part of as much as the Chicago Bulls roster as Marco Simonovic.
And security still
Yo,
checks him every time he comes in.
I
Like,
do wonder. Can somebody pull up the stat of how many minutes he has played for the Bulls this season? I think probably like
Yeah,
10.
I can figure it out. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Keep talking. I'll figure it out though while you talk.
Go ahead, Javi. I
yeah,
want you to answer this.
honestly, I really, I mean, other than Marco, I really don't see anybody that I completely can't stand. Right now, I would say the one that hurts me, but I think the team has to get rid of him just because, or at least let go, is Javante. But I like him, but I think he kind of has to go. We need a 3-and-D guy more than anything, and he's very good. He's extremely active.
I do like
but
Javante, bro. The other
the
person
energy is great.
that I like is DJJ, bro. It
Yes.
hurts that we may see him go. Um, Honestly, the only person like we were just talking about, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Lonzo Ball. Only, hey, yes, it was amazing when we had him with us. It was a great time because the ball was actually moving all around the court. We were on a streak. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't doing it all by himself. You know what I mean? Because realistically, he was more of a defender, facilitator, and then a 3-point shooter. Realistically, you know what I mean? But man, like the past season and a half that he's been gone is just it just fucking sucks that we're just paying for somebody that we don't even know if he's gonna be ready to come back.
And even if he
That's my
does,
thing.
even when he is ready, what are we gonna get?
Yeah,
These
we don't
guys
even know.
without playing-
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Yeah, you can't bet on health with Lonzo. So I just checked it up. So throughout Marco's whole career, he has played 46 minutes for the Chicago Bulls across 2 seasons.
Bro.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, dude.
And is there a reason they haven't given him an actual chance, at least in garbage time, and just let him do something? I don't know.
He seems like he can ball, bro. He just seems a little bit too
He sucks
soft.
defensively, but he could score, shoot, rebound, and pass. Like literally that's Marco's skill set. And then for times during the season where we didn't have any size and you didn't even go to Marco, then to me that tells me like I get it the first year, right? He's foreign. He came in the league at 21, I think, years old.
Yeah.
If you want to develop him and see what he can do down in the G League, cool. But to not see him really at all during stretches where Drum was hurt or not playing, Vooch played every game this season, but that we could have just used a 8-minute stretch of some size because he can rebound. His rebounding rate in the G League is great.
Yeah.
So the fact that we didn't even get him, and even then it's like, stop playing with us. If you're not going to play him, then send him away. Cut him. If you're going to give him a chance and we can see what he's going to do, because he's not going to develop anymore. There's nothing he can learn at the G League anymore, bro. Like, it's crazy with it.
It hurts everybody. It hurts him. It hurts the team.
Is it
The fans.
Is it crazy that we so far have like it kind of feels like we have dropped the ball with every person that we get from overseas, like every player.
Yeah, I mean, Laurie, Miritich,
Yeah,
like
I thought Miritich
I'm
was
sure
gonna
I'm
be
missing
good.
a couple of other ones in there as well. Hey, MVP over in EuroLeague last season, bro. It's crazy.
that
The
is
last
not-
one we actually did anything was Kukoc. Actually, I think that was actually.
No,
Nocioni was good.
no
Nocioni was good.
No, we
And
got
before that
I
was
about to say,
Kukoc, but it's not like we have a great history. It's not like we're anywhere near the Spurs.
Yeah.
So I mean, put Marco in the Spurs. Let's see what Pop could pull off with him.
Yo, facts.
Maybe a season or
Cristiano
two.
Felicio.
Yeah.
Cristiano Felicio.
Oh gosh, Bulls legend. They should
man.
retire his jersey. Realistically, like, come on.
Yeah, put it in the
Come on,
bathroom. Probably.
he should have a statue right next to Jordan,
Hey,
bro.
fuck
Like,
it. At this point,
Little
bro,
one.
a miniature statue. Just put him
Just
like
have it there.
right next to the
yeah, on
Jordans,
the floor.
bro.
Yeah.
Out
Yeah,
there.
and a Felicio Funko Pop right next to the Jordan statue.
Hey,
That's
man,
it.
but
That's all he
You know what?
deserves.
That's what they just take the Funko Pop, dip it in bronze, and then put that next to the Jordan statue. That's all.
Bro,
you got.
spray paint it. Forget about bronze, man. It's too much money.
But yo, realistically, bro, I do gotta respect him, bro, because like there was a couple of times that he went to our games, like so, like you know what I mean. Like I gotta respect it.
Hey, at least Felicio had over 10 double games in the NBA.
More
We
than
can't say that
Marco.
about Marco.
Yeah,
That's
That's
what I'm
true.
saying.
That
Like,
is true.
more
That
than
is true.
Marco, dude. Like, come on,
so
man. He
hey,
had more
there you
PT.
go.
I bet.
That's,
Facts. Oh,
that's
sad to
crazy.
say.
That's Hey, that's wild. All right, man. Before we wrap up, this is the last thing. You asked me, I'm gonna throw it back to you guys. Any free agent trade targets or anything you guys would really like to see the Bulls zero in on this offseason?
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm just gonna say this up front. I have no fucking clue who's a free agent because I have not paid attention to that because the season is not over. So, like, that's why our thing at El Sampler Pod, we talk about wrestling and entertainment. We don't talk about basketball. Hey, CEO Haize, that's you, bro. You got this. I believe in you. You know you got our support on that.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
I agree with
the WWE draft is going to be a lot more exciting than the Chicago Bulls draft this year. So there you go.
It was actually. You should watch her.
It was great. It was amazing. It was great.
Watch her review. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. but yeah, no. I honestly more than an actual person. I mean, definitely a point guard or at least a decent 3-and-D guy. I mean, something. Because it seems like we don't do anything. We always get the scraps that everybody leftovers. That's all we get every year, every single year.
I wouldn't be mad if we re-signed Patrick Beverley. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
He wants the bag.
He said he wants $15 million a year.
Fuck that. Never.
Yeah, no. I was all aboard the re-sign Pat Bev train too, and I'm like, hey, listen, we know Lonzo's probably not going to come back. Let's re-sign Pat Bev because in my mind, coming in out of the season, like Pat Bev's probably going to want $7 to $8 million per year. Then he came on his podcast. He's like, he wants 12 to 15. I'm 13 to 15. I'm like, bro,
what are you?
You are talking dicks right now is what you doing, bro. Like, let's just be frank. Like,
realistically, what do you do with besides attitude and defense? What else do you do, bro? Because sometimes, like, you be missing wide open 3-pointers, so I can't really count on you on that, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
At this rate, he's going to end up playing with Dylan Brooks and the Shanghai Sharks if it keeps on going. Or in Puerto Rico.
Oh, he needs to go to the Cangrejeros, bro.
Yeah.
Vaqueros
you know what?
Yeah.
Watch this offseason. The Bulls sign like Max Strus and Dylan Brooks, and I'm just gonna be sitting here like, really? This is what I got. This is what I got to talk about. This is what you got for me this offseason. All right, bet.
We get Dylan Brooks, bro. that shit would be crazy.
I just gave myself a heart attack thinking about the Bulls signing Dylan Brooks, and at the press conference seeing Dylan Brooks. Oh God, no.
He just
making
goes
a big deal
with the vest and no shirt and his hair all out, bro. I can't stand that shit, bro.
Man, looking like dollar store iced tea. It's like he just.
That's wildly accurate, bro. I've never thought about. He definitely is giving iced tea from New Jack City vibes. That's crazy.
From New Jack City, perfect. That was good. But yeah, man. But and then people making a big thing out of it. I could just see Twitter, Bulls Twitter going crazy. Oh my God! Greatest signing ever. We're gonna win a chip this year.
Bro.
Come on, man.
Hey man, realistically, who knows? Maybe he turns into like Mike or something, bro. Like after he goes to a different team. I'm fucking with you. I doubt it, but
he needs to go to San Antonio or Miami, though we can straighten him out. That's it. The only two teams I can see.
Yeah, Spo would definitely have him focused. That's for damn sure. Pop, I don't even know if Pop, I think is at the point now he just doesn't give a damn. Like Pop really is just like
this man is like 95 still coaching. Bro.
Everything's a victory lap for for Pop because he just knows like it doesn't matter what I do. I'm going into the Hall of Fame.
Facts.
I'm a legend. I can coach here as long as I want to. I can take a break for 5 years and come back, and they still gonna give me another job.
Facts.
Pop is operating with house money and. Like in a level that I've never seen anybody do before. Pop don't give a damn.
And he's still out coach. He's still out coach BD the last few years too. Every single game, not even trying.
Listen,
bro.
if you made if you went into the defensive settings on 2K and made an adjustment there, you out coach Billy Donovan this season. So it's like it is what it is.
I bet you Mano was a better coach than him, but that's fine. Hey,
that's funny. That's hilarious, man. But all right, man, let's go ahead and give them your social media. Tell them where they can find you on YouTube, man, because there's a lot of listen, more people. And this is what I'm going to say before you guys stop being afraid as grown men to admit y'all still love wrestling. I get so many people that like they'll talk about it, be like, oh yeah, did you see Roman Reigns? Oh, never mind, somebody's around.
Oh shit, they're listening. Like,
stop being afraid to. Wrestling is fucking amazing. That's our soap opera. I don't give a damn what nobody says about it.
Exactly.
Bro,
man, it's like well, sometimes you talk to people or you visit them, they're like, Yeah, I kind of watch it one time. I watched Stone Cold. All of a sudden, you
You
see
see
them
it on
playing
their DVR.
2K23. You see a championship belt. You're like,
Yeah.
really? And then you start talking to them. They're like, oh yeah, that was cool last week. And you're like,
What?
wait
I
a
thought
minute.
you say you ain't watch wrestling, bro.
Exactly. It's fun. And right now,
But that's
down
what
at
I'm talking about.
PR,
Like, Roman Reigns' hill run is amazing. How do you know that? Like, what are you
yeah,
talking? What we talking about here,
exactly.
bro? Like,
Hey,
He's
hey,
going for 1,000 days. Wait, what?
what? That's the goat, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Hey, but right now in Puerto Rico, they have a really great event. That's it makes us extremely proud. That was
Yeah,
really really cool. They have SmackDown and tomorrow they have Backlash. So
yeah.
I'll tune into that.
But yeah,
But
you can check us out at El Sampler Pod, man. Just look us up. We're literally the only channel with that name. So you can even put it on Google, bro. So
yep,
yeah, man.
exactly. And tomorrow we have a live stream also on there too. I don't know when this is going to come out, but hey,
Hey,
just make sure you check us
if you
out.
don't got
And
anything to do, bro, you can stop by.
yeah,
Always
oh man,
welcome.
hey, listen, I very well may pick you up on that because I ain't got for the first time in a long time. I ain't got shit going on this weekend, and I can't wait, bro. Like I told my kids, listen, don't add nothing on. We ain't going nowhere. I don't want to do it. Nope, it's not happening. I love you, but the answer is no. That's what I told my children going
I
into this
feel you,
week.
bro.
it's
I
adulting.
feel
They
you,
ask
bro.
you what you do this weekend. You said nothing. You smile.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's
Best
it.
Just
thing-
leave me the
That
fuck
is it.
alone. That's pretty much
Exactly.
it, bro.
Yeah, hey, you got the newborn. Wait till they're teenagers, bro. It's a completely
Oh,
different
I'm
level of
definitely
shit, bro.
RKOing them. Don't even care.
Bro, like, listen, having teenagers, you will literally see the smartest and dumbest shit come out the same person. You just be
Yeah.
like, what, what just happened here? Like, it's so many times where I'm just like, how could you be so smart and stupid at the same? I love you and
Yeah.
you're beautiful, but what's going on here?
Exactly.
And that's
Then you
parenting,
get
bro.
the shrug.
Half of parenting is really just holding in your reactions to not be like, hey, that's stupid. That's what half of parenting is.
Hey, mine's about to be 10, so I'm getting ready for that. So
You guys are way
I
ahead
have a
of
lot
me,
of
bro.
I have a lot of alcohol there, just ready to go. I have like 80 bottles of wine and whiskey and everything. Like, I have a bunch of stuff. I'm good. I'm gonna need it.
Got to, man. Gotta have it, man. But thank you guys so much for joining. Y'all make sure y'all go and support them, man. This is a collab in a long time coming. I'm sure they'll be back as well eventually. You guys know where you can find me. You can follow the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, voicemail, text messages, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.